Hi, my name is Cory Hogan, and this is the Advanced Session Recording Producer Podcast. I have chosen Dave Jerden. He's known for a lot of things back in the day, engineering a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers, starting with Talking Heads, everything from Mick Jagger to Rolling Stones, and moving up to producing acts such as The Offspring. I've chosen him because I grew up on a lot of his music. His music it really spoke to me, and in general I feel like it had a wide audience, and a lot of the more humorous acts that were very well produced, such as The Offspring and a lot of their albums, to be precise, they really had a good audience, and it brought a good humorous atmosphere to another otherwise stagnant sound in the industry at the moment. And I really appreciate his work because he didn't intend on being a producer at all. It just kind of happened to him, and even to this day, according to interviews and whatnot, he doesn't really prefer to be called a producer. He's just an engineer, and he works with music, and he absolutely loves it. Now, one of the most amazing things about Dave is the way that he really conducted his business. He didn't go after the big acts at all. What he did was took what the labels would consider scraps, or what he calls bits, and he would take them, and he'd take them to smaller labels, and he'd develop them, these alternative acts, and he'd turn them into a big mainstream thing that had a lot of fans and a lot of people coming after them, and a big wide audience. And what this led to is an immense amount of success. He ended up having multiple houses, multiple cars, all this stuff, and it happened so quickly that he really he hated it, and he realized he didn't appreciate his music anymore, and this led to him kind of going into the underground and not participating as much in the recording career in the early 2000s. And he just recently, in the last couple of years, has come back and started to do more work in the industry, mainly experimenting with analog and digital stuff. But ultimately he's coming back, and that's a good thing for all of us, because like for me that's great, because as a producer he always produced a fantastic act and a great group that I was a big fan of. Now, as far as career highlights and whatnot for Dave, some of that would be probably working with Brian Eno, doing some of his mixes, dealing with Bill Laswell, Michael Beinhorn, or Steve Lillywhite would be also some pretty good names. And according to some of these articles, they're saying that he was very popular because he was very non-conventional. He was no holds back, no bars, nothing restrained him. He was very cutting edge and future thinking in the way that he did his work. And I have to say, one of his most brightest stars of what he's ever done has to be working with the band they put together for Spinal Tap. And it says that they would go in character with him while he was recording, but that's just a really awesome thing to have on your resume. And as of right now, he is a half owner of Transformer Studios in Burbank, California, with his longtime engineer Brian Karlstrom. And well, like I said earlier, that he's just getting back into the game of producing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if he comes out with anything. I'm hoping along those lines of The Offspring, but we'll see what he comes up with. Overall, he's had a very long and successful career, especially considering he doesn't like to do what everyone wants him to do.